The term they always use, Gerald, is getting their feet back under them. That's what you hear. Aqib Talib always uses that. So you played real minutes. You played.
I did.
Okay, so did you? Just tell me, how did you feel?
I felt great. First off, thanks for having me. I haven't talked to my distant cousins in a long time. Well, we're not so distant now because I'm in Vegas, but I haven't talked to my family in a long time. Joy, how you doing? Colin, how you doing?
Great.
Thanks for having me. Yeah, but I felt great, man. Yesterday was my first real reps. I've been taking reps here and there in practice, and that started this week. The first 2 weeks I've been there, I haven't taken any reps in practice. I've just been working out on the side doing individuals. And this week I got a few reps. So yesterday was my real first rep. So everything was tested, my conditioning, my strength, my legs, endurance, my feet, my technique. Everything was tested yesterday. And overall, I felt great, man. I didn't realize until I read something yesterday morning that I haven't played in a football game in 20 months. 20 months. And as a professional athlete, especially football, you could stop doing it for 4 days and lose it.
Right.
So 20 months, man, to come out and do what I was able to do, as far as like consistently, getting off the ball and getting in the backfield, it felt great.
So it's interesting. You've been on the Bucs, the Panthers. Jon Gruden, all we see is TV. We don't see the meetings. We don't see the film study. We don't see practice. What is Gruden like as a personality and as a coach?
Gruden's a phenomenal coach, man. I love him. And what you see on TV, that's not a character. This guy, he's just got all the personality in the world. And I believe that's why he was on TV for so long, because what you've seen on TV is who he really is. And I believe that's what got him hired. But not only that, his work ethic. He doesn't do anything on accident. Everything is strategic with all the moves he makes, from the practice to the practice schedule to the guys he wants on his team to the guys who play week in and week out. And, I love being around him. And he's a real players coach. You hear that term all the time, a players coach. No, he's a real players coach. He cares about his players. And most importantly to me, he takes care of his vets. I do appreciate that.
Let me ask you this. A lot of people, you've been around this league now for a decade, a 6-time Pro Bowler. A lot of people, myself included, look at the Raiders and say, I just don't know if they have enough playmakers defensively. It's a very good division with a lot of good quarterbacks. When you're around this team, you tell me, what kind of talent do you see? What kind of roster is this? Because Jon Gruden needs to start winning here pretty quick.
Yeah, this is a more talented roster than you think. It's rare to come across a group where you have a defensive line where both defensive ends are double-digit sack guys. Max Crosby has had double-digit sacks. Yannick has had double-digit sacks. Hey, that's very rare to come across where you have two guys like that. All right, you got a guy in Jonathan Abram who's coming into his own. He's learning more and more, and the things he's been doing in training camp, I think he's going to take the next step this year. Our second round pick in Morick, I never pronounce his name right. I can never pronounce his name right. But I mean, he's coming off winning a college award, so he's no slouch, and he's been making plays all camp. And the thing I love about our position group, I don't want to even talk about our corners. We got Casey Hayward on one end, and we got a new rookie who, if you guys haven't seen him, he's been making plays all preseason. He got a sack fumble in the first game. The next game, he had a big play on the screen. A few plays later, he had a big interception. So we have talent. And the offensive side of the ball, it is what it is. You've seen our talent. We have one of the top running backs. I think Derek Carr gets a bad rap for, what has happened to him. He's much better than people give him credit for. I think he's a top quarterback. If you ask me, we have a top 3 tight end. Our offensive line is really good. We got Henry Ruggs. We have weapons on the offense. We have weapons on the defense. And the thing that's going to make this team great is the competition. Everybody's been competing. Everybody knows what everybody's saying. Everybody knows what's going on with everybody. With the Raiders are doing this. Jon Gruden we don't care. Everybody is competing. And what I truly believe is that this team is going to catch everybody off guard, because we do have a lot of talent. And the competition that's been going on in training camp has been phenomenal. And I'm excited to see it put all together on Monday night.
By the way, I thought Vegas should have gotten an NFL team years ago. It's nine home games. I'm surprised hockey's been that popular. But NFL, I thought, would be a massive hit. It's funny in Vegas. One of the things I always heard from people about the NFL, they said, man, with all these young kids in Vegas, we worry about them being distracted. Well, you're in Vegas right now. You're an older guy, but do you worry about Vegas, the casinos, the young kids? It's a fun city. There's a show every night. There's attractions every night. Do you worry? In Tampa, it's pretty boring. In Charlotte, it's kind of boring. You go to Vegas, it's never boring. Do you worry about that?
No, I don't. I think that's what it goes back to the type of coach Jon Gruden is. He has a great handle on that, and that's where people like me come in. When you bring in vets who have seen, so much in the league, you could take those young guys under your wing, and Max Crosby and Yannick and Derek Carr, and it's going to take us, the guys in the locker room, to keep control over all of that. If you see somebody getting out of hand or somebody, the focus has swayed away from what our focus should be, and that's getting that trophy, then it's going to be on the vets to, bring it back to center. But we have a great group, man. I'm not really concerned about the big city. I mean, it's nobody. I mean, guys, they have their fun, but no, I'm not really concerned about it.
By the way, do you think with your performance this weekend, Gerald, that you made the Raiders? Do you believe you made the team?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe I showed that I could still play, with not having played football in that long, and to go out there and to consistently get off the ball the way I did, consistently be in the backfield and disrupt things. That's really what it's about. Before I got injured, I was under contract for 3 years with the Cowboys. So it's not like people were concerned about, can I play? I don't think that was the concern. The concern was, can he come back from a devastating leg injury at his age? And I believe that I showed that I can, and that I did. But, I haven't had any practice time. Yesterday was my real first reps. So I'll get better with time, with more reps and getting back in my groove.
Good seeing you, Gerald McCoy, Raiders defensive tackle, silver and black. Good seeing you, Gerald.
Excellent. Great seeing my family.
All right.
Let's not make it so long before we talk again.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.